SMI accuses the prosecution of having made an unlawful decision regarding the audio tapping expertise. A statement made by the head of the SMI parliamentary group states that the prosecution considers the Prime Minister as a private owner. Every citizen will have the opportunity to provide information on the state of roads across the country thanks to a new app created by the World Bank to increase transparency and fight corruption. Products from villages of Tirana will be traded in special markets held at every entrance to the capital, providing greater revenue growth and for buyers to purchase organic products. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Wednesday the 17th of October 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. Adorned in sportswear and without ever removing her sunglasses, Gisela Maloku appeared this Wednesday at the Tirana Court of Appeal to support her ex-boyfriend Recep Raya. The appeals court decided today to leave in force the measure of imprisonment for the defendant. As Gisela was a few minutes late arriving to the session, she was refused entrance. Her stated reason for arriving after the scheduled time was given as traffic concerns. Gisela, now seemingly more comfortable in front of the media, did not miss the opportunity to have her say. She told the media that her and Recep remained good friends. With a surprising ease, the 25-year-old woman attempted to shift the blame for the situation on other people, even accusing the media, for whom she did not spare any threats. The Court of Appeals decided to leave 25-year-old Recep Raya in jail despite all efforts of his former girlfriend, a decision which his lawyer retorted was politically influenced. Recep Raya was not present for the session. His lawyer demanded his release on the argument that the charge against him does not stand. In his response regarding attendance, it was stated that he would not be in attendance due to his mother's ill health. The Socialist Movement for Integration accuses the prosecution of having made an illegal decision regarding the audio tapping evidence for Agron Jafai. In a statement to the media, the SMI parliamentary group chair, Petrit Vasili, said that the prosecution considers the Prime Minister to be a private party. He added that there will be protests in the prosecution and the court. I am communicating to the general public about a very serious event about the blocking and rejection of denunciations made by representatives of parliamentary groups for the Socialist Movement for Integration and the Democratic Party. These denunciations were made respectively by Edmond Sparho and me regarding the country's Prime Minister for the issue of the audio tapping of Agron Jafai and the expertise allegedly carried out by the Albanian Prime Minister. All Albanians should know that the prosecution has decided to close the investigations into the denunciations made by us. They will not commence criminal proceedings against Edi Rama, the Prime Minister of Albania, declared Petrit Vasili. Albanians have to be very clear about what happened and what we have been asking for. Once again, it is made clear what a foolish institution the General Prosecution has become in the function of citizens' inequality has made the General Prosecution. The General Prosecution is pretending that Edi Rama is the owner of their private lab. Albanians should know that the prosecutor has done nothing but has signed what was done in the Prime Minister's office. And the second, Albanians need to know once and for all that in order to save the Prime Minister, the prosecutor considers the Minister a private party. The Prime Minister of the country has been addressed to a private party for a private lab, dealing with the Interior Minister for this private test. The Prime Minister has come out publicly and said this expertise that I did is enough for me, and I confirm that the Ministry and the government can continue as they were. Now explain to the public opinion why the prosecution has simply signed this material conducted by the Prime Minister. Some would say this is an opposition provocation. The opposition is tendentious and unfair. The act that has been formulated by the prosecutor himself helps us, who does not know what he has signed. This is a shame, professional and political, and it is the essence of the prosecution that is just a matter of closing. Since I am obliged to recall here that this prosecutor closed a scandalous affair, she has reached these levels of insolence since Edi Rama called on the police to drop their uniforms and vote for the Socialist Party, said Petrit Vasili. Palestine has gained more rights and privileges in the United Nations organization, although it is not a member of it. 146 members of the United Nations General Assembly voted on Tuesday in favor of a resolution giving Palestine the authority to propose amendments, declarations and motions from the 1st of January next year. Albania was one of the countries who voted on this proposal, while the United States, Israel and Australia have opposed the decision proposed by Egypt. According to them, it is a manipulative strategy of Palestinian leaders leaders who want to advance Palestine state's recognition from more United Nations countries. United States representatives said they would continue not to recognise Palestine in its role in the United Nations because only member states should be allowed to speak and act on behalf of the group. The Palestinian ambassador in the UN, on the other hand, said his country would represent and defend the interests of the group of 77 countries and China for the benefit of mankind. UN Group 77, founded in 1964, is a coalition of 134 developing countries that promotes members' economic interests. In the past, he has been praised for his attitude towards apartheid in South Africa and the support he has given to the disarmament in the world. If you encounter problems on national roads in terms of signalling or maintenance, you can file a complaint via a new app called Digital Street. The director of the World Bank in Albania, Mariam Salim, said that this way of citizen reporting will impact on performance growth from institutions, but at the same time will increase transparency. We are interested in seeing levels of public participation for disseminating information, as this would ensure more transparency, would improve the performance of public institutions, and above all is a tool to fight corruption. The platform aims to gather more information and in a more efficient manner for the state of the roads, declared Mariam Salim. Meanwhile, Minister Damian Jignouri said this initiative will especially affect the performance measurement of the maintenance companies, for which there was also criticism. I am convinced that this model is well to be replicated, and for the rest of the maintenance in the country, for contracts that unfortunately money has been badly spent without performance, firms that take money and do nothing. If there was some frost or blockage of roads leading to a tool to open the way, but this was not the maintenance we expect. This model can be replicated in the long run with all other types of contracts, said Damian Jignouri. The World Bank finances a number of projects for road maintenance across the country. The entrances of Tirana municipality will be transformed into markets for bioproducts. Mayor of the capital city, Veliaj, at the fair organised for cooking, produce and handicrafts made by the women and girls of Baldushk, said that this way we will have more opportunities for economic development. We will use all entrances to Tirana. If Daiti and Shenjerji have access to Kino Studio, together with Units 3 and 4, we will set up a market for Saturday and Sunday in a place chosen by the municipality to let traders sell as they like without a required payment. If Elbasan has access to Baldushku, Bergita, Farka, Petrela, Kraba, then somewhere at the entrance of the Elbasan Road, we will set up a market where all organic products will be sold at the weekend. So we are able to sell the products, but we do not distribute at the entrances to buildings, as this, of course, presents an annoyance for the residents, explained Veliaj. He called on citizens to contribute by consuming domestic products which guarantee high quality. The village has 100 good things, but we want a product to be a brand of a village. If we put some kind of brand on each of the villages, we will really do something great, because if we do not promote our things, who will promote them? Each one of us can be a marketing agent. If we engage in initiatives that the ministry and the government have in rural areas, we can really have a miracle of agrotourism in Tirana, declared Veliaj. Veliaj added that the conversion of Baldushk municipality is to turn it into a tourist area. The fact is that the municipality of Tirana built the road that the commune could never have done with its budget. Some village centres have been reconstructed and some villages have been introduced to the government's project for the 100 villages. These facts prove that attention is being paid to rural areas. As a municipality next year, we will do the whole centre of the commune to turn it into a tourist spot so that more people come to Baldushk, added Veliaj. Veliaj was accompanied by Agriculture Minister Nico Peleshi and Speaker of the SP of Tirana, Blerina Giulameti, for meetings with the residents of the area. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.